Hi friends, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Caitlin and I like to film eyeshadow palette ranking and review videos, as well as the occasional other beauty content sprinkled in. So if any of those things sound interesting to you, I highly recommend that you hit that subscribe button because I post 2 videos every single week. For those of you that are not new here, my face is happy that you are seeing it again, and welcome, welcome, welcome to all the new friends that I have who came over from Annette's video. If you missed it, I did a collab video with Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. I posted that on Wednesday, so head to my channel after you watch this video and go check that out. But anyways, super fun video. I got a lot of positive feedback, it seems like, from either those of you who came from Annette's channel or people who are already subscribed to my channel saying that you want more content where we're just playing with makeup. And I think that's a great idea, and I want to try and do that. I will be totally honest with you all. I am obsessed with Halloween. Like, I love Halloween and fall, and this time of year is my favorite time of year. I think it's probably because I live in Arizona, and I live in Phoenix, Arizona in particular. So if you're not familiar with Arizona, you probably know that Arizona's hot. Northern Arizona, not so hot, very nice weather. The rest of Arizona, super hot in the summer, most of the year. Most of the year. I'm gonna say most of the year because I don't want those of you that live in colder places to come move here. It's really hot here. But anyways, it starts to cool down. Halloween is always the first day of the year where it starts to feel cool, and I think that's why I just love this time of year. Anyways, and I also love football, and that's a fall sport. Anyways, I love this time of year. So being totally honest with you all, I will be buying almost every single Halloween themed related purchase, or like palette, or launch, whatever. I'm buying it all. So there is going to be a lot of review videos coming up, but I will try and get back to more of the just playing with makeup videos when I can. I do have a video where my dog picked my makeup, and I will be posting that when I have like a brief little slot in between all of these new makeup releases. Anyways, this is so long, and I'm sure most of you have stopped watching by this point, but as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing a first impressions of the Hallobean palette, which is the collab between Battybean and Shroud Cosmetics. I got this palette and the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 4 Transcendence palette both today, and I posted on Instagram and TikTok doing a poll seeing like which one should I use first, like what do you, and this is the one that won, so that's why we're going with this one first. But yeah, anyways, I also have the It's Freakin' Bats palette. I can do a comparison at the end. I don't think there's really any similar shades, but I'll kind of hold them up next to each other so we can see how they sort of combine, because I believe Betty Jean said that it's the perfect companion to her original collab with Shroud, so I think that's really cool. It is a 9-pan palette. There is mica as one of the ingredients, and I don't see anything about talc, but I'm not an ingredient expert, but that's the extent. I usually keep an eye out for those 2 ingredients because I know those are controversial ingredients, so I just always like to mention that if that's something you want to know. It is 100% vegan and cruelty-free. There is a 12-month open container, whatever, meaning once you open the palette, it's technically they like that the 12 months is like what they're guaranteeing performance and things like that on. Some people take that very seriously as far as like it being an expiration date. Listen, I am not that person. So anyways, yeah, I think that's really, it's made in the US and distributed out of I'm not going to even try and say that city, California. But this is what the actual palette packaging looks like. It says "Hello Friends," which is, you know, what the lovely Betty Jean always says. I'm trying to figure out where to put this stuff. Anyways, let's get into, I almost dropped it. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. Just a beautiful Halloween color story. And it's very appropriate that this arrived today because I'm wearing a Stay Spooky Halloween shirt. So I did not feel like washing my hair and styling it before this video, so I just slapped a wig on. This is the Jules wig from insert name here. I don't know if they still sell this wig. But anyways, I slapped it on. I didn't like fully lay it down because I figured I'm going to be putting foundation and stuff on anyway. And then I'm taking this off immediately after. So not really a reason to glue it down. Don't judge me. Anyways, if you want to see me do a look and give you my initial thoughts about this palette collab between Betty Jean and Shroud Cosmetics, the Hallobean palette, then go ahead and keep on watching. And I'm a bad YouTuber and forgot to say, like, if you... I'm just a bad YouTuber, I think is really... just cut it off right there. I'm a bad YouTuber, and I should say, please like this video if you at any point enjoy yourself watching it. And then also, if you're not already, I would like it if you subscribed, because... you know, I feel like I post fun videos. If you're not into the new makeup like releases or like the constant like new palette reviews, I get it. I am planning on decreasing that type of content on my channel. Probably maybe a little bit later this year after all the Halloween stuff releases, but to be honest, there's gonna be I know a lot of my favorite brands tend to release palettes around holiday time. So I'm thinking it's probably gonna be more like early next year that I start doing that different type of content, because I do plan on going on into a no buy at the start of next year. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, let me know what type of content you want to see in the comments down below, because I'm a people pleaser. Like, I'll probably do whatever you want me to do. Okay, so I have not swatched this palette yet. I actually bought like a vinyl sticker for swatches that has bats on it. And so I was thinking, it only has 8 though. So I'm gonna have to like do some finessing on that. But anyways, I did a green look earlier today, so I don't really want to do green again. So I'm kind of feeling these oranges, but like, I mean, come on, I have to go in with Black Flame. This is a multi-chrome. Here, let's swatch this one. I don't know if you can see. It's like pink and then orange and green. I don't know if this is even... you can even see it, but anyways, maybe if I do it on like, I'll do it on like the curve of my arm. I don't know if it's showing up. It's so funny because like I can see it shift, but I feel like it's not picking up on camera. Anyways, I have to go in with the shade because it's beautiful, was the point of that. But I'm so torn because I like to try and do like different types of looks. You know, I'm wondering, since this is a Betty Jean collab, should I do a reverse smoky eye? I have not done one in a long time. I almost feel like that is what I'm gonna do. You know what? Let's honor our girl Betty Jean. I think she I don't know if she got that idea from somebody else, but she's the one that I always see doing the reverse smoky eye. So that's what we're gonna do. If you don't know what a reverse smoky eye is, you're gonna start with the darker shades in the inner and then like fade it out. Whereas normally you go lighter to darker, it goes darker to lighter. So that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna take Ghastly, which is like a deep purple, but like, it's like a purple tinted black. It's like so dark. Okay, and I primed my lids with the About Face Beauty Shadow Fix Primer. I've been really enjoying that lately, so yeah, that's my current favorite eyeshadow primer. If you don't use eyeshadow primer, cool, I like to. This is the E30 pencil brush from Sigma. I have the Cinderella version. And I will say the shopping experience on this one was much smoother than it was the first one, but I think they kind of learned their lesson, or not they, I mean, I'm pretty sure Chloe of Shroud Cosmetics is like a one-woman show. So I know a lot of people had issues with it, but I will say that I had no problems this time ordering this palette. I ordered it, it shipped, I want to say like a week, maybe a little bit longer later. I don't think it was more than a week that it shipped. To be honest, I haven't done a reverse smoky eye in like a hot minute, so I don't know if I'm really doing this that well. These might be the mattes that I play with the Danessa Myricks palette too, because I think these will pair so well with those like duo, or not duo, well, they are duochromes, but like the jewel tones is what I was trying to say. Okay, so I want to go in with Losers Club. And I'm going to take that, this is a Naked brush. I don't know the last time I purchased a Naked palette, but it's kind of like a bigger fluffy brush. I may regret this, but I'm going to go in with Losers Club, which is this like burnt orange shade. And I know orange and purple are complementary colors, so they're probably gonna muddy up when I try to blend them, but that's okay. I'm probably gonna go over where that shade Ghastly went anyway with Black Flame, so I think it'll be fine. But also, even if it gets muddy, this is probably gonna turn into like a grungy-ish Halloween look, so I'm not mad at it. So I really like this orange shade. I feel like it's building up nicely, but it's also kind of blending out like on its own. I don't feel like it necessarily needs a lighter shade to blend out with, but I'm going back in with Ghastly. I think I've done like one reverse smoky eye in my life, and I really liked how it looked, and then I just forgot to ever do it again. Okay, so then I want to take the shade Crypt, which is this like, I want to say like a baby puke yellow green brown color. I don't know how to describe it. How do you describe that color? Let me know. Okay, this is my Alter Ego number 2 brush, and I'm not necessarily putting that like over the orange too much. I'm just fading this out with that. I mean, honestly, this might look cool if I just did this with the matte shades. These have really interesting tones to them, and I am feeling it. Also, I should address the fact that if you see sparkles on my eyes, it's because I just used like a makeup wipe. Well, it wasn't a makeup wipe. It was a makeup eraser that I used to just wipe off my makeup because I didn't, like, I'm taking a shower right after this, so I didn't really plan on, what am I trying to say? I'm taking a shower after this, so I didn't want to like do the whole rigmarole of cleansing my eyes and stuff and irritating them more just to put makeup on and do it again. So anyways, that's why there's sparkle everywhere. And I'm just taking that shade Losers Club again and just blending that into the yellowish shade of Crypt a bit more. Okay, so that's that. So then I think what we're gonna do shimmer wise is go Black Flame, Woodsboro, Afterlife. I really want to use Ghoulish, but I don't think that's gonna happen with this look. I might, we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna take, I use this brush every single time. And you know what's funny is when I'm not on camera, I take my brush, like I have 4 different holders for my brushes, and I like move them around, so I pull from different brushes, and I somehow pull the exact same brushes every time. I don't know how that happens, but anyways, this is a ColourPop brush. There's no number on it. It's just a flat brush. I'm gonna take the shade Black Flame, and I am gonna spray this with MAC Fix Plus because that is what I like to do with my eyeshadows. I just feel like it helps them be more foiled, more metallic, so I am going to just, oh my gosh. Stop it right now. That's so pretty. Okay. I'm basically covering up everywhere I put that shade Ghastly because I just think that shimmery shade Black Flame is so pretty. It is a little bit crumbly, so I'm getting like a lot of mess in the pan. So I probably, if you're not somebody who likes to wet your base, because even with wetting my base, I'm getting a little bit of fallout, I would probably not do your base makeup first, but I never do my base makeup first, so it's not something that bugs me. But just letting you know in case it's something that bugs you. That's absolutely gorgeous. All right, so now I'm gonna flip to the other side of that same brush. We're gonna go in with the shade Woodsboro, which I love this shade solely because of the name. Scream is one of my favorite scary movies of all time. So I'm going to, again, same brush, other side of it, spraying it with Fix Plus. And I'm just creating like a gradient, I guess. Not like a gradient, it is a gradient. I'm so sorry. These shimmer shades are absolutely stunning. Like, I really feel like you could just do one of these mattes, one of these shimmers, call it a day, and just be on your way because this is so pretty. And it definitely matches Betty Jean's vibes so well because these shimmers are so like grungy and gorgeous. I'll blend in the crease, so it's fine. I'm gonna go back in with Black Flame a little bit on the same side that I used earlier and just kind of blend that a little bit more. Oh my gosh, sorry, my nose is like driving me nuts. Okay, this is a Sombra Plana 24 brush. This is a Melt Cosmetics brush. It came with their Amore Mariposas collection. It's another flat brush going in with the shade Afterlife. And again, spraying that with Fix Plus. This orange shade is gorgeous. It's almost like a reverse, like grungy sunset. Like, it's like so bright on the outer corner. This is so pretty. Okay, tapping into Woodsboro again to just blend those two shimmers a little bit more, create a little bit more cohesion. And then I'm going to take that same alter ego brush that we used before, and I'm just going to very lightly and gently blend these out into the crease just a tiny bit. Okay, I mean, the crease kind of ended up muddied because I lost where I went in with that shade that had Crypt on it. So we sort of lost where Losers Club was over here. So I'm just kind of bringing that in a little bit more. Yeah, like that. That's basically going to be the eye look. I will probably do a liner. Maybe? Oh, should I do? I'm going to do Wicked. I'm going to do a shadow liner with the shade Wicked from this palette, which is like the very dark green. Okay, this is a Real Techniques brush. It was a collab with Victoria Lynn. This is the 044 brush. I'm going to take the shade Wicked, and I am just going to create a wing with this shadow. And I'm obsessed with this. I think you could do this in like the normal like orange, like light orange to mid, so basically Afterlife to Woodsboro to Black Flame. And I think it'd look really good. I will say I do have a decent amount of fallout, but that's all good. I'm totally pulling in like a black or dark purple lipstick with this too. I'm just saying, I'm feeling the witchy vibes. So, okay, this is basically the look. I'm going to obviously clean this up, finish up this eye, yada, 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 all the things. And then I'll come back and probably show you the lower lash line. Yeah, I think I'm gonna I will do the lower lash line on camera. A lot of times I don't because I just do the same thing that I did up top, so I feel like it's boring, but I will do the lower lash line on camera this time, I promise. So I will see you in a second. I'm obsessed with this lip, and I actually did more of like an orangey blush, and I'm kind of like feeling this contrast because it's like very cool tone purpley, and then the orange, and then we have like the purple and orange. Anyways, I'm loving it, I'm feeling it. Okay, so I did put the Danessa Myricks Caro White, I don't know how to say that. It's one of her Infinite Chrome pencils. That is what is in the waterline. And then if you're curious, on my face, I used the Monarca blush palette from Shroud Cosmetics. I combined the shades Milgaritos and Felice. And then my highlight is the Peach Quartz highlighter from House Labs. So yeah, okay. And then anyways, I'm going to take the shade Wicked on that same Real Techniques brush, and we're going to do like a little, what is this, like a siren eye? I think it used to be a fox eye, but whatever. Just kind of creating that point here. Since I smoked it anyway, might as well go for that. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to take, I'm trying to decide, I guess we'll kind of match what we did up top. I'm going to take that same Sigma Beauty brush with the shade Ghastly. Okay, I look like I'm dying, but let's keep it going. So I'm going to go in with Losers Club on the same Naked brush. And I'm just going to run that. That looks better. I mean, I got a little bit out of control over here. Probably try and clean that up a little bit. And then I'm going to take the same shade Crypt. I'm going to take the same shade Crypt on the Alter Ego brush that we used earlier. And then I had a brush that I grabbed a fluffy brush. This is a Sonia Kashuk like shader brush I grabbed earlier that doesn't have any product on it. And I lost my beauty blender. Don't know where it is. Probably one of my dogs ate it if we're being totally honest. So I am just going to tap that with my finger so that those are more even. Okay, there we go. I'm going to do lashes and then I'll come back, give you my first impressions, thoughts, and then we'll do a quick comparison to the Is Freakin' Bats palette. Okay, here's the finished look. I did the most dramatic lashes I think that I own. These are the blackout lashes from Cash Beauty. I think they're, I don't know if you can buy them individually. They're definitely in the Crystal Nights set because that's where I grabbed them. This one's a little bit wonky, but that's all right. Here's the finished look up close. Let me know what you think. I love it. I'm getting the witchiest of vibes from this, and just, yeah, I think this is really fun. So overall, first impressions, I didn't have any issues. I think all the mattes worked nicely. The shade Wicked worked as a really cool, like, pigmented, like, shadow liner, so I think that's nice. All the shades blended well. The shimmers are absolutely stunning. And yeah, I mean, those are first impressions. The way that I kind of do reviews on my channel is I do a first impressions video, but I like rank sort of every palette that I use the next month. So for example, you can go on my channel and find all of the palettes, my ranking for August and all the palettes I used in August. And then I can kind of give more thorough thoughts as I use palettes throughout the month. I will mention in those rankings, like sometimes I've only used the palette once by the time I've done that video, so they're not full thoughts, but I kind of consistently do that each month. And I rank every palette I use, not just new palettes. So even if, let's say for the October video, when I rank the September palettes, if I'm like, I've only used the Hallobean palette twice, so I'm not really sure, then like November, December, when I continue to use it, I'll continue to share thoughts. So anyways, that's why I recommend subscribing, because it's an ever-evolving opinion on palettes. But let me grab the Batty, or the It's Freakin' Bats palette. Here's It's Freakin' Bats if you've never seen it. This was a hot commodity. What was it, last year that it launched? I think 2020, 2 years ago? I don't remember. Anyways, here is what the two palettes look like. Oh my gosh, why am I struggling so hard? If you hold them side by side, I think that's such a pretty like color story. And I think Betty Jean is right. I don't think there's really any overlap, and I do think these palettes combine nicely. Crypt and Trappa are really the only shades that look similar, but Crypt is more yellow and Trappa is more green. So Crypt is for sure like a mustardy version, and Trappa is green. Like, see, like they look similar-ish in pan, but to be honest, like when you swatch them, they're really not that similar at all. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think these combine well if you have both palettes. They were doing like a bundle when the new one, the Hallobean palette, was still in stock, where you could get both palettes if you didn't have the old palette, but Hallobean did sell out. I know they'll restock it, and they're doing it different this time, where instead of doing like an unlimited pre-order and you were sort of just going to get your palette when you get it, they're just doing certain number of palettes that they're, you know, fulfilling at one time. So I think that'll be better. You're not going to be waiting forever, but it does mean that you should probably keep an eye out on their Instagram and make sure that when they launch it, you're like right on time, because I purchased mine within like a minute. I think it sold out within an hour. So anyways, you just want to be ready to go on those. But let me know in the comments if you plan on picking up the Hallobean palette, or if you are going to shop your stash and use shades that you already have that are similar, or if you're not picking it up on any, whatever you want to let me know. Let me know in the comments. I like chatting with you all in the comment section, whether it's about makeup or other stuff. Anyways, that is it from me today. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.